What's up, Tiger fans? I'm Serge Thomas here alongside Tori Newsom and Bryn Peterson. Welcome to our inaugural episode of the Tiger Sports Report, or TSR for short.
In this first episode, we're going to talk about all the amazing sports teams we have here at Broken Arrow that's already had some stuff going on, such as Broken Arrow Softball, the Lady Tiger Volleyball team, and our awesome BA cross country teams.
We're also going to be previewing some of our upcoming sports, such as our defending state champion boys wrestling team, our brand new girls wrestling team, the Tiger swim teams, and both of our girls and boys basketball teams. Hitting things off, our Broken Arrow softball team had an outstanding season, finishing third in state with an overall record of 38-3. Our Lady Tigers also had a whopping 10 players named the All-District team for District 4, including Pitcher of the Year Kaylee Reese and Player of the Year Savannah Evans. Coach King was also named Coach of the Year. Check out this first piece highlighting the team.
The 2019 softball season was one of the most successful years. We went 38-3, and we just all clicked, and we were all on the same page, and we all wanted to be there, and we all wanted to be there just for softball. And you could just tell on our faces that we loved the game.
I think we knew going into the season it was going to be a special year. We all became so close. All of us seniors have been together for 5 years now, all the way from 8th grade. So just being around them, and this was my last game ever. So, I'm going to miss softball as it is, but especially all the girls, I'm going to miss a lot.
We all grew as players, not only mentally but physically. It was just a special year for the seniors as well, just because we got over that first game of the state hump. That was really big for us, and that just, although it didn't go the way we wanted to in the end, we ended up fighting no matter what, and we just stayed with each other the entire time.
We knew that we had to be different than what we've been to get further than what we have, and we did.
We had so much success because we were all on the same page. We all wanted the same thing. We all stayed after hours. We put in extra work. We went to lessons. We just really did anything at home that made us better players. And we were all around each other more. Like, we just trusted each other not only on the field but off the field. And that has a lot to do with the team chemistry.
Sticking with great seasons, our volleyball team had an amazing season as well. They finished with a ridiculous record of 32-3, winning regionals, and finished second in the state tournament in what was one of the best volleyball atmospheres ever. TSR sat down with several seniors from this year's team, as well as head coach Ian Bullen, to get their thoughts on the season.
For my team as a whole, I think it was super beneficial coming from last year's season and just coming from a lot of losses, and just our mindset going into this season was so different. Like, everybody was pushing for each other. Everybody was really selfless. We all wanted the same common goal, which was to win as much as we could, go to state, and just play really well together and push for each other.
I'm super proud just because all we accomplished and how hard we worked every game, every practice, and the coaches really push us to be better.
Probably the best thing about this season is we could see it coming. You know, a lot of the girls that were starters this year, they became starters as sophomores. We knew that by the time those kiddos matured, by the time they had that experience, by the time they became seniors, that we were probably going to have something pretty special.
I think the legacy that we left is super big. Coach Bullen told us after we, took a sad loss, he told us he's really proud of us and that the teams from here on out are now going to push to be as good as we were.
The more we won, the more the girls expected to win, and it was, we got on a roll, and it was a lot of fun. At that state championship game was unlike anything I've ever felt before. It was, takes a little bit to get my heart beating fast, and that was definitely doing the trick. Once the match got underway and the girls, got to swing the first time, got a little sweat going on them, it was just another volleyball match, but you still had that feel. I know that, in pregame and in timeouts, it was, I had to get them to look at my face because especially if we were right in front of our student section, they couldn't hear me. And that was really neat. That was something that I've never got to experience. That was very special. The support that we had from the fans, the Jungle Squad, the parents, and really just the community as a whole. I mean, there were a lot of folks that were there, but hopefully they'll want to come back again and watch us play in the years to come.
Continuing with volleyball, we also want to congratulate seniors Natalie Morales and Macy Blackburn for being named to the All-State team. Congrats, ladies.
Following volleyball, our amazing cross-country team had a great season, with our boys qualifying and finishing 9th in the state meet. On the girls' side, sophomore runner Payton Hinkle won the first ever cross-country individual gold in school history and set a school record in the process. Take a look at the next piece where Payton talks about her season and her passion for running.
I played soccer and I did gymnastics, but in soccer I knew I could run forever, but I didn't even know what cross country was. I was like, what, we just run? So I started getting into it more and I was like, I actually enjoy this and it's like relaxing. So I started training in the summer, like early summer, and so basically just over the entire summer and then off season we just train throughout and like we just keep a strong work ethic. And so I just kind of keep a strong mind, strong diet, and just make sure to give it my all every time. And then whenever state comes, we're ready.
She's just a hard worker and now we're at unprecedented achievement with her. It comes from her. It starts with her. She wants to be the best. She wants to win. Payton just trains at a very intense level, very disciplined, and it's very exemplary for everybody there.
So this season my goals were obviously I wanted to win state and then I wanted to break 18. So I like won state, but I was like 4 seconds off 18.
It just means a lot for her to accomplish her goal as an individual runner. And then obviously setting a great example for the rest of the team. And then just for her to win and win that way was what we told her at our banquet was unprecedented.
So I want to run cross country in college and then hopefully go professional one day. So that's my goal. Individually, I want to get 2 more state titles for cross country, and then obviously I want to win in track. And then as a team, I'm really hoping that our girls team and guys team can both make it to state next year and hopefully place.
Gameday State Cheer is a fairly new addition to Oklahoma high school athletics, but it hasn't taken our amazing cheer team long to stand out from the crowd. After winning a Gameday National Championship last year, our team took their talents to Moore, Oklahoma several weeks ago to compete in the state competition. The Tiger cheer team did amazing and placed 4th in their Gameday cheer routine versus some tough competition. They will look to get another national title when they compete in nationals later this year in Florida.
All right, guys, it's officially the midpoint of the show, and we have a special treat for you guys.
Our resident sports expert, Sam Kuti, is here for some sports trivia for some of you enthusiasts out there.
Let's see how people did.
All right, now Dre, who was the Heisman Trophy winner last year?
D'Angelo Russell.
Wrong.
Heisman Trophy last year?
Yes. This is college football.
Yeah. What team was he on?
OU.
Oh, Kyler Murphy. Murray.
Oh my God,
Kyler
stuttered.
Murray.
He's stuttering. He's stuttering.
Are you trying to get in this, man? Come on, man. I know you know this.
All right, it's a simple question. Who won MVP last year in the NFL?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. It's simple. Thank you. Which NBA team most recently won the NBA Finals?
What kind of question is that?
Do you know the answer?
What kind of question is that?
Who won the NBA Finals?
LeBron.
The Warriors. Not in finna cap. I don't watch the games no more because it's rigged. So I just hope.
Nobody can answer this. Let's see if you got it. Who won MVP last year in the NBA?
The regular season?
Yes.
Giannis.
Finally. Hey, what you know about sports, bro? You know a little something? You got a Texas hoodie on. Let's ask, man. Let's ask. All right. In the recent game versus OU versus Texas, who won?
OU.
Exactly, man. Take that L. Take that. All right. So look, hey, you want to get in it too? All right. We're here with Buddy. And, what's your name?
D-Shaw.
Dirty Draws. Dirty Draws. Okay, so look. They both play football.
Yeah.
Who won the national championship last year?
Clemson, bro. Clemson.
All right, see. Which team won the Super Bowl in 2019?
The Chiefs, because that's my favorite team.
Wrong. Poor performance.
Next, we're going to start looking ahead at our winter sports, starting with boys basketball. After back-to-back trips to the state tournament prior to last year, they had a young squad that has gotten a year older and more experienced, and they're hungry to start this season and return to 6A glory.
I think this group, a lot of the nucleus of our team is back, and you can just tell how much more comfortable they feel, how much they've matured and how much they've grown up, and just the practices are so much more competitive. Like, we've had to stop some of them so that they don't get too competitive at times, just because the kids are wanting to win, and we're trying to do things a little differently as far as just making every drill, every practice, every movement that we do a competitive nature between groups or kids individually.
We've been working on a lot of our chemistry, and being together as one team. So I feel like that's one of our main things we've been working on, is just chemistry.
Some things we were working on in the off season, just communicating with each other and being more of a team, a brotherhood, and just going through adversity together and just growing every day.
It's funny because I sit here and I look back at last year of doing the same interview and talking about that team, and I was super excited about them because I knew the potential that they had and what those kids could do. A lot of that stuff is just growing pains, and so we struggled a little bit last year. But I felt like we were in pretty much every game. This group is to the point where they're going to figure out ways to get over that hump in close games or tight games, instead of finding a way to not get over that hump.
The coach always said we were right there, and I feel like this year we're going to be able to overcome that and be really good.
Yeah, we had a bunch of close games last year. I just think it was just a lack of experience. We'd never been in the spotlight like that. Now this season, we'll know what to do, and we'll execute and finish games.
I'm just excited about what the future holds for us. I'm looking forward to this year and to see how these kids grow and how they, just mature and how they play basketball as a group.
Our Lady Tiger basketball team is ready to get back on the court after having a strong offseason of preparation. Second-year head coach Mike Dooney and his players are excited to show everyone what they can do when the season starts in just a few weeks.
This year we're working on a better off season. We have weights every day, and we're just grinding more.
I don't know that you can really call it an off season because my kids have been hooked up all year. Probably the hardest working team that I've ever coached. I would almost guarantee there's not another girls basketball program that put in as much work this summer as what we did.
Right now we are being focused on culture and growing our team as a family, being together and trusting in everyone, and just making a good culture for the team this year. There are a couple people that have gotten a lot better over the summer and through this off season. They're just going to help a lot on the defensive side. Some will help on the offensive side. And once we all come together through our culture and stuff, we'll all be good.
We're not as big as what we have been. A lot of guards. We're going to spread people out. We're going to be able to get up and down the floor a lot faster than what we have been. The kids, because they do work really hard, is going to work really good in the system that we've been working this summer. They've gotten a lot better at the things that we want to do. Shooting the ball, we'll be able to shoot it a whole lot better than what we did last year. Our passing's gotten better, our defense got better. As a crew, overall, really, really proud of the work they put in, and because of the work, we're going to be a lot better. What excites me about this team is their eagerness to learn and their willingness to do the little things and constantly looking for growth opportunities. I love how they come hungry and excited to be in the gym every day.
Our boys wrestling team is coming off a historic season last year with 3 state individual champions, a regional championship, a state championship, as well as a dual state championship. According to first-year head coach Rod Jones, expectations won't change this year, as they hope to repeat last year's success.
Expectations in Broken Arrow Wrestling are always high, and expectations this year are high. Obviously, expectations don't win a whole lot of wrestling matches. We have a good group of returning wrestlers from last year's team, and then we always have a good balance of young kids that are going to grow up and get older and step into positions that need to be filled.
The wrestling room so far, compared to last year, it's a lot different. We're serious and we know where we have to be at the end of the year, so we're kind of picking up pretty quickly early on, and we're getting ready to go because we know what's ahead of us and we know what we got to do.
At this point in the year, all we're really trying to do is train and train hard and train long, get them in the best shape they can be in at this point without competition. Obviously, you throw in competition and they're going to kind of start sharpening their skills through competition. But at this point, cardio, conditioning, polishing, all those things are the areas that we're focusing on. And then once we get into competition, we can evaluate and see the things that we've been doing, are they working? Do we need to make adjustments? What do we need moving forward when you mix in competition? We returned 8 state qualifiers, a couple kids off that team that weren't state qualifiers. You're looking for success out of quite a few guys, but you're also guys that you know or wrestlers that you know that like Emmanuel Skilling is a returning state champion. Obviously, his expectations are to once again be a state champion. Number of returning state placers. Now it kind of falls down the line, and we're starting to look at who's going to be the next, state placer, and then who's going to be the next state champion. So we got a lot of guys that are going to be in a position that they're going to need to step up and win some wrestling matches.
With their annual black and gold scrimmage in the rearview mirror, the Broken Arrow High School swim teams are ready to start their 2019-2020 season. Check out the next segment with interviews from key swimmers from both the girls and the boys teams.
Off season, it's been great. We've all just worked really hard, and that's where we grind it out, and we just really work together to know all the new freshmen and to really work on our technique.
We're all definitely really looking forward to our meets and getting more competition oriented, because that is really a big motivator for everybody on the team.
Yeah, we did lose a few seniors, some good seniors last year, but this year we have so many new swimmers, and I'm so excited. Our team is really big this year, and I'm really excited to see where all the new swimmers go and just see them grow throughout the year. So I think it'll be great, and a bunch of our seniors this year truly stepped up, and they're really great leaders. So I'm most looking forward to seeing all the new swimmers grow throughout the season and seeing them really progress and become great swimmers.
Well, this year as a captain, I really want to focus on building a positive atmosphere on our boys team, so creating a culture where we pick each other up and really motivate each other to be the best that we could be.
Coach Casey's really harping on technique and everything, just trying to get our strokes perfect, and so we can really glide through the water and have really great turns, and so working on our technique.
You guys should really come out and support really the team as a whole and watch some quality racing.
This year, we introduced a new sport into the mix at BAHS. This will be the first season of the Broken Arrow Girls Wrestling. Led by Coach Cassidy Jasperson, our Lady Tigers will look to make their mark on the sport of high school girls wrestling.
So this is the first girls wrestling program here at Broken Arrow. We have about 30 high schoolers and around 15 middle schoolers and counting. And we are just getting ready to go out and compete. Our next tournament is on December 6th at Claremore. We'll have like a type of dual tournament. The girls are really looking forward to just getting out there and showing off what they've been working hard towards. When you're practicing day in and day out, you don't see those immediate results necessarily, but when you're competing against a fresh opponent, that's when you really start seeing how far you've been progressing. They just work so hard, and I've talked about this, that on that first few weeks, I was pushing them because I wanted to see what I could get out of them, They love it though, they love that intensity, they love being pushed. I feel like the girls do have a very good foundation right now. We're just cleaning up things. So we've been working on that, obviously keeping into conditioning. We want to make sure we're in really good shape and just kind of getting them hyped up. I don't want to put too much pressure on them. I do want them to have fun, but I also want us to win. But just going out there, I don't want them to have regrets. This is our first tournament. This is where they really see what they're made of. And so the last thing I want is them shutting down and focusing on the end result and not putting on a good showing because they're so fixed on that end result. And so the girls know that, and I think they're very, very capable and ready to get out there and really show what they've been working on.
While our Broken Arrow Tiger football team played in their last regular season game last Friday night in Enid, they closed out the season in dominating fashion, beating the Plainsmen by a score of 56-7. The Tigers finished the regular season with a record of 8-2 and a second-place finish in the district. Our guys are currently hard at work this week preparing for their first round of the playoffs, which will be held at Tiger Field on Friday against our crosstown rival Union at 7 p.m. The theme is whiteout, so come out and show your Tiger pride. All right, guys, that's all we have for this year's first episode of the Tiger Sports Report.
For more great student-produced content, be sure to head to bhspulse.com or the BHS Pulse YouTube channel.
Also, be sure to follow BAHS Pulse on Twitter and Instagram to be in the know at BAHS.
We hope to see everyone out supporting our amazing Tiger athletes this year. For Tori Newsom and Bryn Peterson, I'm Serge Thomas. We'll see you next time.